Aubrey, Family Friendly Gaming, doing an FFG Chronicles on Someone Else Pays. Doesn't that sound great? It's funny to me. I get this in email from PR and marketing. I love how their title says PR and marketing. Whenever you ask them for any marketing, they're like, "Oh, we don't have any budget for that," or "I don't do marketing." Oh, I'm sorry. Why does your title say that? Oh, burn! So I'm like, whatever. They'll sit there and tell me, "Oh, yeah, well, someone else pays for that." Really? Who? Well, they stick their head in the sand, and they have no response. I'm like, well, who's doing that? And it's so funny. It kind of reminds me of that old saying about, nobody cleans the kitchen, and somebody thinks anybody does it or everyone else does it, and no one does it. And that's what happens a lot of times, unfortunately, in the video game industry. That's why you've seen so many video game media outlets just go belly up, because no one wants to pay. The people in PR and marketing treat us like slave labor and expect us to do all this work, make them all this money, and they sit there and brag. I've seen them. I've seen some of them on my Twitter bragging, and they'll brag it when they retire. They're like, "Oh, I'm retiring in my 30s with $2 million in the bank." And you kept telling me there was no budget for like a $100 advertisement with us, or a $60 sponsorship for a live stream. We're live streaming every single night, right? They have opportunities all the time to sponsor. They don't want to. Why? Because they're greedy. They're like, mine. They just take all the money. Here I am, in my lower 50s, still working 2 jobs. So obviously, what I do doesn't really pay. But they're getting all the money. And there doesn't seem to be any outrage. It isn't like I see anyone besides Family Friendly Gaming writing articles about the greed of the video game companies, the greed of the people in PR and marketing. It's just, no one pays attention, no one knows about it, no one cares. I don't know. You can leave a comment below and tell me. Like, you might be like, "Well, I never heard this before. This is horrible." They should be paying you something for the hard work you do that makes them so much money. You would think. Because they come up and say, "Well, someone else pays for that." No, they don't. No. Let me give you a reality check. Doesn't happen. I wish it did, and I've tried. We've reached out to over 500 different companies about advertising. No one's interested. Maybe because we're Christian, maybe because we're conservative, maybe because we believe in being obedient to God and not obedient to, Satan and evil things. I don't know. Like, I do not know. I can throw out different theories like I just did. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I don't know. I just keep doing one day at a time. I help out whoever I can help out as time allows, and it's one of those things. There a lot of days I can't help everyone. And I get people, "Oh, I'm checking in. Oh, I'm checking in. Oh, I'm checking in." And we got so sick and tired of people checking in. We put some on our legal page that they need to pay us $50 every time they check in. Guess how many respect our rules? 0. Here's your opportunity to pay. Here's your opportunity to be that someone who pays, and they don't want to do it. They are just so self-centered, self-obsessed, suffering from the center of the universe disease. And it's one of those things, it's like, you might be like, "Oh, you must be mad and angry." I'm not mad and angry. It's just, I'm stating facts. I'm stating reality. And if that bothers you, then maybe you should do something to help us instead of, complain about the fact that we point out issues and problems in the video game industry. I always love when people are like, "You must hate the industry." Dude, I've been playing video games since I've been like 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking close to 47 years of gaming. You think I hate it? Are you mentally ill? Go see a therapist. I'm serious. Like, come on. Buy a vowel. Get it. Figure it out. No. I've played since Pong. I love the industry. I want it to be better. And I want it to be better not just for family-friendly gaming, but for all media outlets. I've floated different ideas out there about, hey, maybe do like some kind of like an Amazon type site for the advertising for video game companies, and we can all, all the different media outlets can register with it. We can all like get some stuff out of it. It's almost like going to the grocery store and pulling stuff off the shelf. Be like, hey, we want to run ads for I don't know, Super Princess Peach, and they give us $500 to run ads for Super Princess Peach in certain formats. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and we can go there and what they do is they just put it out there, and they can cap every media outlet at a certain dollar amount, but let everyone be able to get some. Because I personally believe the current system doesn't work right. It's failing a lot of us, and it also has led to the corruption in the video game media of all these media outlets being bought off instead of being independent, because they found out if you sit there and tell Capcom that Street Fighter sucks, then Capcom's like, well, we're not going to advertise. I remember reading articles about that decades ago in EGM, and it's like it continues, and it's even worse now. Now it's like, even to get press releases, they're like, well, you have to say nice things about us, and we're not going to give you any press releases. What? Come on. We state facts. If you like them or don't like them, tough. But what I'm tired of is the petty small-mindedness of so many in the video game companies. I think they need to grow up and get a little in tune with reality, and we are not part of their unpaid marketing departments. You know what I'm saying? That's how they treat us. They treat us like slave labor. Stop that. Start behaving like a real adult, who cares about the industry and wants to make it better, not just trying to enrich yourself as much as possible. Because that's what we're seeing. And I find it funny, so many liberals in the video game industry, and they have no problem with the greed of Hollywood. They have no problem with the greed of the video game industry, right? But they're like, oh, these oil companies, oh, these car companies, oh, these these other company, My Pillow company. Like, you go after them, but you have no issue with the video game industry, which is like exemplifying greed, big time. I find that ironic. All right, so that's all my thoughts on this topic. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.